Well, good morning. Leroy McFall Sr. here in my home studio in Huntsville, Alabama. It's 30 March, getting on toward the end of March now, 2025. And I have had a lot of inquiries as I've been making YouTubes now since about 2010. So this is 2025. So I've been making them a good many years. And I've had a lot of inquiries on why do I play the non-pedal steel guitar? What attraction do I find to this? Well, mainly in 1948, at 8 years old, I started playing steel guitar in Elwood, Indiana, getting lessons and started getting interested in something like that. And of course, it was just a plain old lap steel 6-string, playing mainly Hawaiian music because that was the big thing then. A lot of, excuse me if I make noise with my microphone here. And that's just what we learn on. However, I didn't ever have to go out and make money at playing the guitar. I went in the Army and stayed for many years. I had the opportunities to play at service clubs for GIs. And I was a GI. So I had what you might call an audience that didn't have anything else to do except listen to me, or go home, or go drinking, whatever it is the GIs do. Sometimes I have fun. However, what I'm trying to get to is promote youngsters to think about playing the non-pedal before they get started. That's not to say that the pedal steel is not a beautiful instrument. It is. And I love the sound of a good pedal steel player. They play a lot of wonderful fills, and with the sounds they can make versus what I can make, no wonder that that's become the popular thing and pushed the non-pedal over to the side, especially with country music, not necessarily with Hawaiian music. So what I'm going to play now is I wrote a song, and I called the song My Eyes Water Over You. And I like to play softly in the music, and that's what you're going to hear, me touching the strings softly, trying to play it as beautiful as possible. With no singer and it being an instrumental, it takes a different turn the way I put the steel guitar to it. So I hope you enjoy it, how I do it. And if you got any questions, please let me know on your questions and I'll answer them. Sometimes I don't get around to looking in my file very often, but when I do, I try to sit down with the time to just sit and answer questions or whatever I need to do to help the people out that are truly interested. Thank you. I hope my introduction, when I introduced what I was going to do, and I hope you enjoyed the song. I think it's a beautiful song, and I like to put as much beauty into the sound that I make with the steel guitar that I can, versus being loud and boisterous. Now, one of the things I was talking about is the pedal steel. This is a non-pedal, Fender, 1957 Fender non-pedal, dual neck, 8 strings. And I don't like to give the powerful sound that, let's say, the pedal steels do. Pedal steels gives a good, powerful, wonderful sound to breaks and fills. So, and I don't do that. I can give fills, but I don't get the powerful sound that you can get out of the pedal steel guitar. Thank you for watching. Hope you have some questions. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I've contributed something to your pleasure. Thank you for watching.